and another year passes us by. Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we are revisiting a tag video that I started many moons ago, like 6 or 7 years ago. I did the YouTube rewind tag, and this is just a look back on the year, but especially the year on YouTube. So I have some questions about like specific videos that I did on YouTube memories and that sort of thing. But I really wanted to do some tag videos at the end of the year because to me they're just kind of like nostalgic and they're fun to look back on. So you should have already seen the eyeshadow palette tag. That was a video that I started 4 years ago that I brought back. I have another tag video that should be coming after this one, but at the end of the year I like to do some declutter videos. You know, we do our collection videos, the best and worst, and then I also really wanted to incorporate some tags because the end of the year just makes me feel, again, a little bit nostalgic. So I would love if you wanted to answer any of these questions down below, or if you're a content creator, if you want to do the YouTube rewind tag, I hope that you will. I'll leave all the questions down there. There will also be a video coming with 3 holiday, like winter inspired makeup looks, and I just finished filming one of these. So I do always link my makeup in the description box, plus any products that I'm specifically pointing out in this video. But again, if the 3 looks isn't up yet, it will be coming very soon. We're in that spirit of December where we're just filming and editing and uploading all day long. So lots of videos coming your way. But for the rewind tag, the first video, or the first question that I have here is, what was the first video that you posted for the year? Look back, and the first video that I posted, which I believe was on January 3rd, was my eyeshadow palette collection and declutter video. So again, like I said, I like to do the collection videos, declutter videos at the end of the year, and I've been doing it once again this year. I have been trying for about the last 2 years to have a more minimalist collection, and that's something that I'm really focusing on with my declutters this year. At the time that I'm filming this video, there has been 5 declutters uploaded. I'm gonna have 7 total plus one, like I'm gonna put all of my declutters together into one really big declutter video if you like to see something like that. And then I will also be doing a makeup collection video. And then I also want to do, I mentioned this in one of my recent declutters, but you know how people do like their everyday makeup drawer, or they just choose out the makeup that they're going to be focusing on for the month. I basically do that with my makeup bag. I basically just call this my on-the-go makeup bag. I travel a lot, but I've also started using a different home as a studio, like as a filming space. So obviously I'm taking a lot of my makeup over here when I'm getting ready or talking about products. And then I'm also just kind of like bopping around Las Vegas a lot. As I'm filming this video, I go to New York the next day. So I travel a lot as well, and I'm always trying to change what's in my makeup bag, right? I'm trying to change out my blush. Obviously, I'm trying to change out my brushes and keep them clean and all of the things. So I have like a pretty good brush rotation going on, but I also try to change out my foundations and my concealers. So I'm always kind of rotating through my collection, especially since it's more minimal. So those are some videos that I'm planning to do as well. And then the second question was, what was a favorite video that you posted this year? And so if you're answering in the comments, maybe if you had a favorite video that anyone posted this year, not just me, but like maybe you were like, wow, you know, I still think about this video this year. I still really love that video. Or maybe I go back and rewatch that video, something along those lines. For me, I think one of my favorite videos of the year when I was looking at all of them was when we did the What's in Our Travel Makeup Bags with the Ireland group trip. And to me, that's one of the longest videos I've ever posted on YouTube. I think it's like a 2.5 hour long video. It took us hours and hours and hours to film that in Ireland. We had to take like a dinner break at one point, but I think that video was special to me for a handful of reasons. Ireland was the first time that I was hosting a group travel trip, and there was what, like 13 of us that went to Ireland for almost 2 weeks, and we went over New Year's. Like we left the day after Christmas. We were there over New Year's together. And it was one of those trips that I was like so scared to do. Like I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing. This is a very new thing. And I feel like for the beauty community, it's a lot more common in other industries. It's a lot more common in gaming industries. It's very common in foodie industries. I even know people that are like in book clubs, and like the book club goes and travels to get like all these things, right? But I felt like for the beauty community, it was something that we hadn't really seen it yet. And so I kind of felt like the guinea pig for these. And I have to say the trip just like exceeded my expectations in so many ways. And I really made like friends from that trip, which I feel extremely grateful for, especially as someone who has talked about getting on the internet to make friends and find friends. Being able to do these community trips this year, has been such an absolute highlight for me. And I remember when we were getting ready for the trips, you know, we had like Zoom calls and we had our Instagram chat, and someone, like, we were all talking about what was in our travel makeup bags, what we were going to be bringing. And I thought, I wonder if that would be an interesting video to do for YouTube. And so I asked everyone, I said, would you want to do this? I said, you know, if you don't want to film, you don't want to be online, like, that's totally understandable. But everybody said that they wanted to. So we sat and we spent an entire day and night in Ireland just filming together. And that memory to me is so fun because it was like everyone was, you know, showing off their makeup collection, but also people were asking, you know, what do you think of that? What's the finish on that? What's the wear time of that? Can you swatch that? Can I see that? And to me, it was such a bonding moment, and it's something that I'll never forget. And it made me want to do these types of videos when I do more of my trips. And I had the absolute pleasure of being able to host so many community trips this year to Ireland. I mean, we did trips here in the US to like Portland, Maine, Austin, Texas. I did a meetup in Las Vegas. We also recently did Italy and Greece. Next year, I'm hosting a group travel trip to Bali. Like, we're going to Bali next year in August. I never thought I would get to Bali and I'm so excited to be able to go with a group and visit a place that to me is like a little bit intimidating because it's so far away. And, you know, I was like, I don't know if I would ever actually get here, but I've always wanted to go here. It looks so beautiful. And like, what an experience to say that I've gone to Bali and now I get to go with so many of you. And all of these trips are just so special because you really do form friendships that way. You really do get to know more about each other that way. You're spending a week together with each other and you're doing all these activities with one another and you're really learning about each other. And to me, I'm someone who, I have said a lot, like, community over competition, and building a community has always been very important to me. It's always been one of my main ethos with my entire YouTube channel, is bringing people together. And I really feel like I've done that. And to me, I feel like the trips have been such a full circle moment because, like, I've tried to do it in my videos and I see people, you know, being so supportive of each other in the comment sections. And then I've tried to do it through these meetups. And then that's just kind of grown to like doing things online. Like, I did like healthy habits challenge online where we did like live Zooms with each other, and with my memberships, we do live Zooms, and people have made friendships that way. And I'm like, wow, what a cool thing. But now we get to take it a step further and travel together. So to me, that first video of travel makeup bags, those memories of filming it will always just be so special to me. Another question is, what is a video you did outside of your comfort zone? I think I did quite a few this year, especially with how much traveling I did. I did a lot of travel vlogs. I also did some unpack with me videos, like unpacking from some of the trips, talking about the itineraries that we did, what we brought, what I used, what I didn't use. But also in 2024, I had a Vegas makeup artist do my makeup for a video. And that was really fun for me because I've never really done anything like that. Like, sometimes I've had like friends do my makeup, like my friend Angie's done my makeup, but this was someone who I didn't know super well. And, you know, we kind of connected through, she was a makeup artist and I'm a beauty YouTuber. And when we had met at an event and we talked, I was like, I don't know if you would be interested, but maybe it would be fun to have you come on, do my makeup, show your techniques, why you do things the way you do, why you're picking out certain makeup products for me. And she was so sweet. Her name was Caitlin. I'll link the video. And she came over and did my makeup. And I remember it was like a Friday night and I had no plans. And I ended up calling my friends and being like, who wants to go out? Because I just felt so beautiful. And it was so fun to experience. Like, I'm just really used to obviously doing my own makeup. I don't have like a glam squad or anything like that. And I haven't really got my makeup done a lot by makeup artists. So it was this kind of fun for me, and had really good feedback on that video. So that kind of reminds me, like, maybe I should do that again. Next up, I remember when I started this tag, like literally so many years ago, I love birthdays. Like, I'm such a birthday fan. Like, one of my friends actually just left for the week and he's gonna be gone over his birthday. And when I was saying bye to him, I was like, I hope you have a good birthday. And he's not like a birthday guy. And he was like, yeah, that's right, thanks. And I was like, I love birthdays. Like, so I'm a big birthday girl, and I would usually, on my birthday every year without fail, I would post something. It usually had to do with a giveaway. Sometimes it was like a Q&A or a get ready with me. So I looked back this year and I was like, what, did I post anything on my birthday? And my birthday is March 23rd, but I posted on March 25th and I posted a birthday Q&A. I was like, Of course you did. Like I have been doing that for probably like my entire existence on YouTube. Every year around my birthday is like kind of my time to sit down and do a Q&A. And again, I feel like Q&As are like a good way to be able to connect with my community. It's one of the most, when I do my members videos, I always ask like, what type of video do you want to see? And I have them vote between beauty, books, around the home, fashion, fitness. I say like inspo, business. And basically if it's beauty, I put in a chatty get ready with me where I answer your questions. And that's almost always chosen for beauty. And again, it just, to me, I try to do regular Q&As on Instagram as well. And to me, it's a way to connect with community. And I started doing, especially Instagram Q&As after my trips, because sometimes when I would go on trips, my DMs get so backed up. Like I feel like I can't be in my DMs as much. And when I talk to people through DMs, to me, it's a very personal thing. It's a one-on-one conversation. It's not a public conversation like a comment is on YouTube. And to me, I try to be very thoughtful in my responses. And especially for having, you know, sometimes people are just like, oh, that looks yummy, like my drink. And I'm like, yeah. But sometimes they're talking about more serious topics and I want to give them my energy and my time. And, you know, when you get 100 messages a day, you can't always do that for everybody because that's like a part of your full-time job in itself, right? But so I was finding like after trips, because especially like I'm so busy and I'm doing so many things there, that when I came back, I was like, my way to feel reconnected is by doing a Q&A. So I wasn't surprised to see that. Next up we have, did you find a new channel or creator in 2024? And I found a few. So one that I put down was Hot Mess Tom, who I actually met them last year at the Creators and Friends holiday party, but it was like December. I mean, it was like December 10th of last year or something like that. So I found them through coming to our event. And I just remember, like, I'm such a big energy person. Like I have people, one of my highest compliments that I get is people saying like, I love your energy, or I'm attracted to your energy, or things like that. And I'm like, oh, that's like so great. Like what a great thing to hear, right? To me, something like being told I have good energy, or being told like I'm a hard worker or something like that, that is so much more important to me than like you're pretty or something along those lines, right? And I remember thinking that about Tom, was like their energy is just so great. And Tom also came to the Creators and Friends retreat in Palm Springs, and I felt like I got to know them a little bit more as well. And also Nikki LaRose, I met Nikki LaRose at a YouTube event, I think it was, earlier this year. And she's, first of all, stunningly beautiful and a super talented makeup artist. And also, again, just so kind. Like such a nice person, so friendly, so giving. Like, I want to say I was with Risa. Is that right? Was I with Risa somewhere where we met Nikki? And Nikki was saying like, oh yeah, like if you ever want to do YouTube videos where like I'm doing your makeup. And I'm like, what? I was like, yes, I want you to do my makeup, because she is so talented and so skilled. And then she also did some collaborations with BK Beauty, and the collaborations are so beautiful. But she is someone who I really watch for like makeup techniques, and how she does makeup is just like so fantastic. So wanted to shout out Nikki LaRose. And then also Norma Jelly. She's one of my friends in Vegas. So, you know, Tom and Nikki are beauty channels, and Norma, I would say, is more of like a Vegas based channel. But if you're ever coming to Vegas, you need recommendations, you need food, you need anything. Like she does anything and everything Vegas. And I wanted to shout out Norma because she really inspires me as a YouTuber. So YouTube, it's so interesting. When I moved from Iowa to Vegas, basically no one in Iowa did social media, right? Right, that I wasn't around other YouTubers or Instagrammers. And then moving to Vegas, I'm around so many content creators, but a lot do Instagram or TikTok. There's not really a lot of YouTubers. And then I met Norma, and I probably met her last year, but I felt like this year we really started to become friends. We ended up going on a trip together. We went to the Hamptons together this summer. We both have vlogs of that. But when I started to talk to her about YouTube, just the way that she approaches her videos, the way that she films them, the way that she edits them, the way that she plans them, she really inspires me. And it was so fun to go to the Hamptons with her and kind of like see her vision, like see it all come together, and have her like, you know, she kind of called herself like the director at one point, and was like telling like where we're going and all these things. And I was like, wow, that's so cool, because especially her videos are obviously very different from makeup videos where you sit down and you're, you know, showing products. Like her videos are a little bit more vlog-like and a little bit more, you know, structured and that sort of thing. But it's been really fun to get to know her, get to watch her videos on YouTube. And again, she's lived in Vegas for a very long time. She's worked a lot in Las Vegas. She knows a lot about Vegas. So if you are ever coming, she is a great channel to check out. And then I have new brands that I loved. So I wonder, yes. So I have said that I've been trying to get into fragrance for quite some time. I feel like I did better in 2024, but I found Fleur. So I got Mood Ring, and obviously you can tell that I really love this. I just got this like last month. I love this fragrance. It's so good. I will definitely buy another like travel size version of this one. There's also a couple other from Fleur. I hear really good things about a lot of their scents, so I want to try out a few more from Fleur. Also, I recently started trying Ellis Brooklyn, and I have the Miami Nectar scent, and I think that one is so good too. So I definitely wanted to shout out a couple of fragrances that I've been really loving, especially from the new brands. For a couple of makeup brands, I put down Nomad Cosmetics. I have a couple of their palettes here. So the Polar Express is their holiday palette. And again, in my 3 holiday makeup looks, I do use the Polar Express palette, and I actually do a blue look, which is pretty different from me. But I've been trying Nomad for a while, but I feel like it was really this year that I loved their palette so much. Their Oslo palette was a big favorite of mine for a while as well. The Polar Express is super beautiful. I also have the Ghost Town palette. This one is just such a fun eyeshadow palette. I actually share custody of this with my friend Ashley, and we both really enjoy this palette. Like, a lot of these shades look very used, including some of the greens over here, but Nomad has such a beautiful formula. I have a discount code with them, which is Samantha. And then also Fantasy Cosmetica. So already up is my eyeshadow palette tag, and in there, one of the questions is, what is an underrated palette? And I mentioned from Fantasy Cosmetica, the Cradle and Ice palette. This is such a beautiful palette as well, and Fantasy has an amazing formula. I was able to meet the owner, Jordan, back in May, June, was when we did the Austin trip, and she came on the trip with us. And first of all, she's just so nice and so kind and so like brilliant. But Fantasy Cosmetica has such high quality products. My friend Amanda, or Makeup Just for Fun, did a collaboration with them this year. The Enchanted Autumn palette is beautiful. The lip oils that came out in that collection are so beautiful. I always keep one in my purse. But the Cradle and Ice palette, I think that is a beautiful one as well. So those are 2 indie brands that I just love. I do also have a discount code with Fantasy, and again, that one is Samantha. I feel like I had a couple written down. Oh, Westman Atelier. So I tried Westman Atelier. I did a video of 10 either brands or specific beauty products that I want to try before the end of the year. I mentioned just trying Westman Atelier, and I bought their blush trio. It's like a cheek and eye set. I bought it in the Sephora sale, and those are so beautiful. I've been using it mostly for blushes, but they are absolutely stunning. Also, Freck. I've been loving their lip liner. It's in my purse right now. I bought the 03 lip liner in the latest Sephora sale. I wear it so much. It is one of my favorite lip liners. It's like a My Lips but better, and it's gorgeous. And then also Kulfi. I bought an eye set from, I'm like losing my light. I bought an eye set from Kulfi, and again from the Sephora sale, and it has this beautiful gold cream eyeshadow in it, and then also an eyeliner, and I love the black eyeliner. I think that it's so beautiful. So I was really glad to try Kulfi this year. So I think those are the brands. Yeah, so those are the brands that I mentioned that I tried for the first time this year and really love them. Then we also have a favorite YouTube memory, and again, I'll keep this one pretty short, but again, it's just being able to do the community trips. Because to me, YouTube is what gave me that opportunity to do that. To me, YouTube is what gave me the opportunity to make so many friends in this space. To me, YouTube is what gave me the opportunity to change my entire life. You know, I truly don't think if I would have stayed in Iowa and stayed in the situation where I was, I don't think that I would have had the opportunity to go to Ireland. I don't think that ever, well, it wouldn't have been presented to me because the company that I did Ireland with is based in Vegas. And I found them because I did a collab with them here. And then they started a travel company and asked me to be the influencer to host the trip. And I don't think that ever would, I know that would have never happened if I was still in Iowa. I would never have given that opportunity. And then I don't think I would have found the other travel opportunities through that. And if you know me, you know, I was a travel major in college. I have to travel tattooed on my foot. It's always something I've had such a passion about. And to be able to link that with my YouTube community has been just such another level. So to me, that is definitely a favorite memory, is all these trips, all these experiences, all these memories, and all the chances that I got to meet so many of you. I had mentioned earlier about going to Bali next year. If you're interested in that trip, I have a link in my description box, and that has like all the booking information. The full itinerary is on there. We do also have an Instagram group chat, so if you're interested in joining the group chat, you definitely can. And then we also do live calls like every other month right now. As we get closer to the time, we'll do them more. But we have live calls like every other month for anyone who's booked or is thinking about booking. And I'm so excited to keep traveling next year. Okay, the next question is, how many videos did you post in the year? I posted 138. And to me, that's still a lot of videos. When I saw this question, I was like, oh my gosh, I probably posted like 50 videos. But there was a time when I was doing the YouTube rewind tag that I was posting, like I remember one year posting 300 videos. There's 365 days in a year. Like there was a time on YouTube where I was posting every single day, and not just in the month of December. Like I was posting every single day, and I was just really determined to try to make something of social media and trying to be my own boss and trying to give myself my own opportunities. I didn't feel like I could get that from traditional employment, and I felt like I needed to make it happen for myself. So I knew that I, posted significantly less this year, but still I think 138. I still think that's a lot of videos. I tried some new videos. I do also have an entire second YouTube channel. I will say I did not post on that in 2024 until very recently, but on that channel, I talk about healthy habits. I also talk about books. I do book hauls, book reviews. I do some healthy habit videos. Like my next video is going to be life-changing healthy habits that just don't work for me and what I do instead. And so I'm really excited to share those, but I started that channel in like 22 or 20, maybe the end of 2022. And then when my dog passed in 23, it took me a while to get back to it because I felt like I kind of fell off my healthy habits for a while there when you're, going through the grief journey. But yeah, I have a second video as well. So if I counted all of my YouTube videos, then it would probably be over 200. If I included shorts, I post a lot of shorts as well, which YouTube really, I know you guys might not love short form videos, but understand from the side of the creator, YouTube pushes those videos so much and pushes us as creators to do them. So I also posted a boatload of shorts. And then the last question is, what is something that you're proud of or an accomplishment? So again, if you're, sharing in the comments, that can just be like your year. Maybe it has to do with your professional life or personal life. But for me, I have a lot. I've touched on the trips a couple of times. I had a collaboration with Sigma Beauty this year, which I was super proud of and loved it so much. My favorites collab. It has the peach pie quad in there. It has the Sigma lip oil. It has brushes. It has the Sigma switch. I was so happy to be teaming up with Sigma again. They've been a favorite brand of mine for so long, and to have a collaboration that I was doing in Vegas and I got to share it with so many of my friends here was really a special moment for me. So that collaboration is still available. You can still use my discount code Samantha on that set if you are interested in it. And then also another thing that I'm really proud of is starting Creators and Friends. So that's an event planning company that I started with my partner Simbri, and we started in 2023 was the first event that we hosted, but we do parties and events for content creators. And the idea kind of came about because we noticed after COVID, a lot of things stopped for content creators. The Ipsies stopped, like the Ipsy and the Gen Beauty, the makeup conferences stopped. We don't really get a lot of parties anyways. Like we don't have like meetings and potlucks and holiday parties and that sort of thing. And so we just kind of noticed that they were missing. And when it comes to brand trips, we would notice like a lot of the same people going on the trips, and there wasn't really a lot of opportunity for other people. And so we thought, why can we not like fill the void and do it ourselves? And starting the business and we did Charleston, we've done New Orleans, we've done Palm Springs, we have 2 events next year, and then we did a holiday party last year, and we just had a holiday party last week this year as well. And to see the community come together and be so positive and so welcoming to each other has really been such a beautiful thing to me. Again, like I mentioned, community over competition. And for me, one of the things that I always hear after the single day parties, after the events, is people saying how kind everyone is to one another. And I know I did a vlog of the holiday party, and I said that like, yes, Simbri and I are kind of like creating the space and we're bringing the people together, but it's really everyone there that is so nice and so welcoming and so supportive and so cheering each other on and helping each other and answering questions and giving feedback and keeping those connections going after our trips. And that is really the biggest thing to me. I think any community can get backlash, right? There's bad people everywhere. There's bad people in every profession. There's bad people in every community. And to me, what I hope something that Creators and Friends spotlights is the good people, the people who have such a good heart and who are so genuine. And that's something that I really hope to continue to do with these trips. It takes a lot, you know, starting a business is not an easy thing. Getting a business off the ground is not an easy thing. And especially in today's day of age where it feels like when you start something, you either have to be perfect or you're a bust. To me, it was a really big risk to start this and do this. And, you know, it's a business. We're not being paid ourselves yet to do it. So it's basically just been volunteer work up until this point that Simbri and I have been doing. But, you know, of course, with any for-profit businesses, we hope to be able to make money someday out of it. And to me, I hope that building the events and doing more in the community, like I hope I can do more of that and be able to focus more into that and be able to take a step back in some other areas and to be able, in my way, Creators and Friends is like my way of giving back. Like YouTube and social media has given me so much and changed my life so much. And I hope that I can do a tiny fraction of that for other creators, give them opportunities, give them experiences, give them connections with brands, give them these memories, give them these friendships. That's personally what I hope to do with Creators and Friends. So I've been really proud. And again, we just wrapped our holiday party, so it's definitely something that's a forefront on my mind, but it's something that I'm really proud of. And I know maybe not everybody who sees creators getting together thinks like that's a big deal, or like you might think it's like annoying or like whatever. But to me, and as someone who's been a full-time social media content creator for 10 years, to me, it's really special because this is a very solo job. It can be a very lonely job. And for me, I hope I'm kind of bridging the gap or helping to bridge the gap with that. So it's something that I'm very proud of. But that is all of the questions that I have for the YouTube rewind tag. It is almost pitch black outside, so hopefully you can still see me. That you enjoyed this video. I hope you answered along in some of the comments, or if you're a creator, I would love to see you do this video as well, and I'll see you in the next one.